ministry. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. It's such a blessing to be here and an honor. Thank you, Yoli, for inviting me.
Thank you, Lourdes, for coming. I'm so happy we finally get this going.
I know.
Finally, it took us
we
a
have been
little
talking
while.
about this for quite a while, but see, everything comes at the right time.
It's like at God's time, right?
That is perfect.
That is perfect. So a little bit about Lourdes. She has a beautiful boutique in Coral Gables called Gables Fancy Corner.
Gave us fancy.
Yeah. So I know that at the store, I went to your store. It's beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
And it has a lot of little moments. Like I felt like I saw a little bit of when I met you. You were doing your rosaries. She does these beautiful necklaces that are rosaries, and some clothes that we're going to talk about. Something new that has just come up, and some beautiful watches. So tell me, let's start about a little bit about yourself. Are you from Miami? Were you born and raised here?
Well, I was born in Cuba.
Okay, what part?
In Havana, in a town called San Jose de las Lajas.
Okay.
And I came when I was 15 years old.
Oh, los 15.
Mis 15. It's a little bit of great to have the opportunity to the rest of my life be raised here. But we were separated from my dad for 9 years. My dad was here, and my mom stayed with us back in Cuba with my sisters and I. And unfortunately, the Cuban government blocked for us to leave the country, and it took 9 years for us to reunite again.
Wow.
So that's why I admire my parents so much, and I've learned so much from them. And to me, they're my heroes,
Right.
my mentors.
So much sacrifice, right?
All the sacrifices that they made for us.
And you have continued because you are a great mother and your
Thank you.
husband is a great father.
Well, I had great figures to follow and to learn from.
Something I learned about you, you're very close to your faith. Faith always moves you first. I know that you started doing those beautiful rosaries. Can we talk a little bit how you started making those rosaries?
It was so amazing, Yoli. I started because of a friend. She started doing like talleres for to make the rosaries. And one day, her son and my son were in school together, and I had already done emails since the year 2000, and we started talking. She was also an email sister, and she comes to me and said, "Lourdes, look, I have this. I'm doing this from my house, and I would love to open another taller, and like a workshop."
A workshop, right?
And I said, "Listen, I'm open for that." And I go to her house, and she starts showing me the rosaries that she had made with also a group of ladies. And she goes, "Pick one." And when I picked a rosary and I looked, the little metal, because that's something special that we would do for those rosaries, we would put a little metal that, and we didn't even know. We would just pray over them before we would start the rosaries. This was after, and then it was put on the rosary that you were making. But it happened to be that the ones that were already made, that she told me picked one,
right.
Mine was Our Lady of Lourdes.
So she was telling
And
you.
She's always, I always says she walks also next to me.
So you know,
And
my daughter's name is Lourdes too.
yes, we have a lot in common.
We have a lot in common, yes.
And it was great. We started the rosary first at another friend's house that she said, "Let's do it at my house." So we started doing it at her house. And then for some reason, she got a little complicated because of work. And I said, "Let's do it at my house." So we started, and we were there for 6 years.
Wow.
Unfortunately, COVID came, and we had to stop doing them. And the reason why we would make those rosaries every time a workshop was open, it had like a destination to where that money was going to go. Because that's one thing, we would sell the rosaries, And with that money, we would help either an orphanage or a
Foundation.
for older people. I'm sorry,
The elderly.
and elderlies and homes. And we had in Venezuela, we had in Colombia,
Wow.
we did in many countries.
Wow.
And with that money, we would help for them to have electricity at a house. This was run by the one for the homes for the elderly was run by a priest in Colombia, and all he had it was a roof for them, but we were able to get for them mattresses, other covers. We were able to supply the money for the electricity, food, and we felt so blessed doing that.
It's incredible that you're doing that because we don't realize the simplest things like a mattress or even covering the mattress, right? That some places, some people don't even have that. They're sleeping on cardboard boxes. And even though the church does help, a lot of priests, people don't know, a lot of priests start a lot of organizations on their own with nothing. Like that priest, only a roof. And then people from the church or the community start helping, filling up that little house and making it into a home.
It is,
And that's what you did.
and
You made it into a home.
we felt so blessed by doing that. So unfortunately, our workshop dissolved because of COVID. It was a few years. Then I started with the store, but
How long have you had the store?
It's gonna be 6 years now in October.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that it opened.
But you still have that unique jewelry that you do with guarding the rosary. You have evolved into different types of necklaces as well.
Exactly. Yeah. I do that.
And you do them on your own.
Yes, I do.
Oh, wow.
On my off time, that believe it or not, sometimes it takes me like 2 in the morning, 3.
Wow.
But I do it with so much love, and that to me, with that, I help others. Even though I don't have the workshop now, I still work on that because I know that's something extra that I call it a little grain.
It's like I said, when I walked into your store, you could see all, the traditions, everything that you have put so much love into it. It's in your store. Todos los poquitos, right?
Yes.
That makes it a special place, right?
Thank you, Yoli. And you know what? That's what I want for people once they walk into the store, for them to feel that the peace, the love, because to me, it's not just sell.
Right.
I think it's so important because you never know someone that's walking outside looking at your products and all your items or the watches. You never know why that person went out walking on that day. Because I've had few experiences where, I've gone out and said, "Why don't you come in and look at the stuff?" I always say, "I don't charge for you to look at any of this stuff," and they start laughing, and they walk in, and we start talking, and I'll show them everything. If they're interested on the watches, I love to give them the stories of the watches. Same thing of the rosaries that I always tell them, look,
everything has history.
yeah, like my rosaries, not even one would be the same. I love for someone when they come for a rosary to know that their rosary is unique. And I've done that. To me, that's super, super, super important. And you're not going to believe it, but I had a lady that walked into the store. She was looking at my store on the outside. It's kind of a corner. And when she came in, we started talking and everything, grow the conversation. And to make it the story short, at the end, she hugged me and she said, "Thank you. Thank you for inviting me in. Thank you for your time, because I went out because my head was so full of worries and I really needed to get air. And look, with you here and talking to you, I feel like a new person." And that made me feel so good.
Lourdes, porque tú eres especial. You're a special woman.
Thank you, my friend. But it's just that I think that all of us, we have a special way that God uses us.
That's what
And I have no doubts of that. And there's nothing bigger than him.
And I know that because when I was going through my hard time, you, without even knowing, and we started talking, you gave a rosary to me from my dad. And I'm always been very grateful for that rosary. And I gave it to my father. So I really appreciate the rosary that you gave me had a lot of power, a lot of strength. It gave him a lot of strength. And a rosary does have a lot of strength. And I think what you're doing, what you did and what you're still doing gives strength to people. So I really appreciate what you did for my family. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's talk about these beautiful watches that she has brought. So tell me a little bit of the history and why you decided to bring this beautiful watch, Cuervo y Sobrinos, to Miami.
Well, I think Cuervo y Sobrinos, I remember, I never had the opportunity to see Cuervo y Sobrinos in Havana because obviously I was already born in communism. So by the time I was born, the store was closed. But I remember sitting with my dad and my mom and them talking and telling us.
Did your dad have one?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. And they would tell us about, as a matter of fact, I still have that watch. That to me means the world. So they would talk about the beautiful places in Havana, everything how it used to be. And
it was always reminiscing regarding the past and the beautiful things that Cuba had, yes.
And one of the things that they would talk about, it was Cuervo y Sobrinos, and not only the watches and their jewelry and how beautiful it was to just walk into that store. And, well, you know, that stayed in my mind. And I get the opportunity to see them when they started. The first time I saw them, it was in a cruise. But I really didn't pay attention. Honestly, I really didn't. To me, it was like, okay, it's a Cuban, they would introduce it as a Cuban watch. And to me...
But it's been established for many, many years, since 1882.
Well, the brand, yes. Started the Cuervo families. It was, Don Ramon was Ramon Fernandez Cuervo. And he was the one that started the store, the watches. And from there, his brother Armando, they got together. And as they grow, then they added their sobrinos. That's the reason why it's Cuervo y Sobrinos.
Got it.
And yes, it was established in Havana in 1882.
Wow.
From immigrants from Spain, Asturias. They came to Havana with nothing. And that resembles what we had to do after.
Exactly.
Okay? They did the same thing from Spain to Havana, immigrants, and they grow an empire.
Wow.
They became the #1 jewelry store in America.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that.
Yes. As a matter of fact, a lot of tourists from Europe, the first thing that they would do when they would get to Havana, it was to visit Cuervo y Sobrinos. There's a lot of icon figures that, like Churchill, we had Ernest Hemingway, even though he was American, but he was an icon for Cuervo y Sobrinos, the same as Einstein and many others.
And they name their watches after a few.
Yes.
Right?
We have the Churchill collection. The beautiful thing about Cuervo y Sobrinos, it's full of history.
Yeah, that's what I love about it.
Yes.
And
the brand was rescued because once the Cuban government took over, the regime took over the island, Cuervo y Sobrinos left and closed. And so it was again rescued by an Italian Lucas Mitsubishi. Lucas was the one that was able to get the brand out of Cuba and take it to Switzerland.
Wow.
And there also, with him, it was Marcio Villa. And from there, it continues, and we still have Cuervo and Sobrinos now. They're built in Switzerland. And always the watches, even when Havana, they would buy the mechanism in Switzerland and would assemble the rest of the watch in Havana.
Oh, really?
And that is the reason why it's they call it's el único reloj suizo con alma latina.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The only Swiss watch with the Latin soul.
soul. Wow.
So that means a lot.
Yes, it does.
Also, what I wanted to tell you about the collections, there's different collections. One of them is Churchill, very famous. It's, as a matter of fact,
So he liked watches and cigars.
believe me. That is the reason why, also, besides the fact that Cuba generated
Okay.
tobacco, and they,
It's okay. Let's see what happens.
it's an alarm.
There we go. That's it. No problem.
And sorry.
That's okay.
And they manufacture the cigars. So all the watches, they come in a humidor.
Yes, I want to show the picture of that. Emmy, if you could be so kind. Look at that. I think it's the most beautiful thing. It's everything that we are, right?
Yes,
It has so much
so much.
so much history, so much information, so much love. I mean, it's like when I see that, I'm like, whoever thought of that was genius. It really was.
It really is. There's that's the small humidor. There's some watches that come in a smaller humidor,
And some in a-
and some in a bigger humidor. But then we have the Churchill. We also have the Ernest Hemingway collection. Because again, he was an icon as well as Churchill. We also have one that's called Asturias, and the Asturias, it's also a very unique watch because it comes from where they were born, from
Right,
their
exactly.
land.
Yes.
And so there's a collection that is called Asturias, beautiful watches. And now,
And there's a range of colors because it's
yes.
it's very modern watch. It's not. They stay with a little bit of their classic, but they also do beautiful colors. They're in green. There's some with aqua, yellows. I mean, it's really a beautiful watch. And this is the new collection, right?
that is part of the new collection. Those that you're seeing there, they're right now, they're prototypes. They're working on them. Like the green one, the first one, it's from the Rough Rider collection. It's a chronograph watch, and Rough Riders has a lot in common. When back in 1898, when the Mambises in Cuba, they wanted to liberate Cuba from Spain. Rough Riders were the ones that helped the Mambises.
I see.
So that watch has a lot of history.
Wow.
In the back, it has even the name where they got together.
And the one next to is Hemingway, right?
The other two, yes.
Hemingway.
The other two are Hemingway, and you have the Heritage, and then the one next to it is Hunter.
They should put the Hemingway in a book, right?
Oh, yes. Well, they do.
Oh, they do?
Yes,
No
yes,
way.
Yes.
Oh my God.
As a matter of fact, on my Instagram, that anybody can follow that, it's Gable's Fancy Corner. You're gonna see there's one of the last videos that I put in. It's a group of young men that one of them got married this past Saturday.
I did see that picture.
So the present from the rest of the groomsmaid was to give him a watch. And which one did he pick? One from Ernest Hemingway. That particular watch is called The Fisherman.
The Fisherman.
And it comes in a book.
Oh, wow. How beautiful.
It is gorgeous. It's a box imitating a book. It's leather on the outside. It's cedar in the inside. It's a beautiful, beautiful box.
Wow.
He was very surprised.
Wow.
And I was so happy because that's another thing. Like already our generations, they already know about Cuervo and Sobrinos. And that's one thing that I've worked so hard to do, because I think that Miami, it's a melting pot.
Right.
In Miami, we have people from all over, but we have a lot of people from all over Latin America. And Cuervo y Sobrinos was all over America.
Right.
Not just, I mean, it was born in Havana, but I still have clients that they're from El Salvador, from Argentina, from Honduras,
Wow.
because
amazing.
they would even come to the store and would bring me watches from their great-grandfather.
Which you have a beautiful collection of
Yes,
old watches that I also want to show. It is,
That's my treasure.
oh my God. Qué cosa más linda. That is so beautiful.
Thank you.
And it has the watches that are, that you, the pocket
The
watches.
pocket watches.
Yes.
They became very famous in Havana.
Oh my God, that
Cuervo
is
y
so
Sobrinos.
beautiful.
Thank you.
How did you get those old watches? They're so beautiful.
Well, I had the blessing of getting to meet Lucas. One day he walked into the store. Susie was there. I was not yet at the store, and this man comes by the window, and she opens the door and said, "Why don't you come in? And do you know Cuervo and Sobrinos?" And he said, "Yeah, a little bit."
A little bit.
And then she said, "Oh, coming in, I want to show you what we have." And he walks in and she goes, "Let me tell you the story about Cuervo and Sobrinos." And he said, "Why don't I tell you the story?"
Oh my God.
And
Qué historia. What
and
is-
she looks at him and she's like, "I thought that you only knew a little bit." And he starts laughing. And then he introduces himself. And he said, "I'm Luca Mesamichi, and I was the one that did the transition of recovering the brand." And she said, "Susie, even though she's not my biological daughter, you know that I love her like a daughter."
I know.
And she said, "My mom has to meet you. You don't understand the love and the passion that my mother has for the brand."
Oh my God.
And he talked to her for a little bit, and he goes, "Look, I'm coming in a hurry, but I promise you I'll be back." 2 weeks later, we looked at the door, and Susie said, "That's Luca." Luca comes in, and he comes with a little suitcase. And obviously, I didn't know, but I got so happy to meet him. And for me, it was like such
Full circle.
again. And
Full circle
yes,
of blessings.
it really was.
Amen.
And Lucas starts talking to me. He starts telling me everything. And Yoli, I got so emotional.
No, I'm
Him
emotional. And
telling
I'm not
me,
even there.
what he saw the first time he was able to open the door from the old store, from the original store. And it's hard to believe what I'm going to say. But he said, "Lourdes, they were raising pigs in there, hiding for these families to eat."
Wow.
At a place that was so beautiful, so gorgeous, so amazing.
And they just
And
destroyed it.
the system destroyed it. And he starts talking to me, telling me, and he said, the history that, he starts explaining to me about the safety box. He said, in the main store, there was 3 safety boxes, huge. They were all rusted, and so they were only able to open one.
Really?
Yes. And he said, and in there really wasn't anything like with big values or anything, but there was a lot of literature. There was a lot of designs that they were planning for the future. And what you see there,
No way.
those little watches were in there, literature, little cards, invitations to like
Parties.
parties that were coming up. It was something for me that I'm una llorona when it comes to those things. I started crying. He tells me, and look, I've been holding for something for close to 30 years, but seeing what you do and the love that you have for this brand, this is for you.
Oh, wow.
And he gave me that maletica that to me, it's so special.
It's history. It's
And you know what? Believe it or not, I've had people that have come to me and said, how much you want for it? And I'm like, it has no price for me. This is something that I really want to keep. I want my kids to keep.
Your grandchildren.
And I want the world to know and people to know that this is something that we had and it was taken away from us. We were deprived for something so beautiful, for something that they work so hard. And we all know as business people that when you work for something so hard and then after you have it up here and someone just come and say,
It's all.
that's it. It's not yours anymore. This is mine and that's it. And that's what happened to them.
But now you have it.
And I feel
And
very blessed.
And it's in the right hands. It really is, because everything you do with so much love. And I know when you sell one of those watches, I see it in your face, because she participates in Cuba Nostalgia, and you could see her joy when one of those watches goes to someone and
It really
wears
is.
it.
I go every year to Cuba Nostalgia. Cuba Nostalgia, it's something for me that, that I have to go. I feel that I need to be there.
Me too.
It's part of us.
It's part of us. And thank you for this year for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
A pleasure. You
to
would always
me-
be invited.
To me, it's like a little piece of mom and dad that I feel like I'm walking through the corners looking for them. I feel it's so special.
It is. It is very special. And honestly, what they do in Cuba Nostalgia, it's something that I take my hats off for what they do, how much they work for that, and to make it look the way it looks.
Yes.
It takes a lot. Honestly, I
lot
give
of work.
all that to Peter. Bueno, and his family, because really, like his wife and his mother-in-law, like they all put together this event that it's a lot of work.
I want to thank you for being here today. Thank you for sharing this history.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me be part of it.
Yoli, I wanted to add one more thing.
Sure, of course.
As you remember, I'm sure you remember, in Cuba Nostalgia, I did something. Hice la presentación de las guayaberas.
Oh, that's right. I
de Cuervo y
forgot.
Sobrinos.
Yes, the new
Yes.
collection.
Yes.
You came up with that idea. That's a beautiful idea.
I came up with that idea. I kind of did it a little bit, but
And they're beautiful.
It
And
was-
they're very modern.
thank you. That's one thing that I wanted to do. I want to make sure that the brand stays at a level, and it would never lose the elegance, the tradition, and that's one thing that I feel very blessed
very
also
proud
and
of it.
proud that I'm able to do that. I did the introductions of the Guayabera, but obviously now I have them at the store. There'll be more coming in. Also, fedoras from Cuervo and Sobrinos. I'm also going to be doing very soon los gemelos,
Is it bracelets?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
The
yes,
cufflinks.
the cufflinks.
Cufflinks.
You know what? I was gonna tell you that day that you showed it to me, and I'm like, these need the emblem. The little emblem
Yes,
that you see
that's
on the.
exactly-
Oh my God,
yeah.
it's gonna look beautiful.
Coming up soon, little by little.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yes.
And when they come, you have to come back to the podcast so we could show.
Yeah, and I have that exclusivity with Cuervo and Sobrinos, and I really thank them for trusting me, for helping me grow, and honestly, I can't feel more blessed than to have them, and to be there for me. They really appreciate, they really recognized
It's your
everything that I
passion,
have
though.
done for Cuervo and Sobrinos. And for the past 3 years, I've been doing their it's called Latino Award. And this is a watch that we give. It's an award that we give to celebrities. We have given it to Albita Rodriguez, who I love very much, to December Bueno,
Wow.
which is he's a wonderful singer, composer. We gave it last year to Daisy Balmajon, very good journalist and very loved in this community. And this year, we already have someone. I cannot say it yet,
No.
but very soon would be said, and I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you for keeping our tradition alive. Thank you for our kids
Thank
to learn about our tradition. It's our responsibility.
I think yes,
It's our responsibility.
and you guys have done you and Gabe
Thank you.
because we cannot leave him out.
No,
Okay?
never.
I love you guys very, very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Thank you for everything you guys have done for me, because thanks to Gabe, now I have my knee working perfectly fine.
I'm glad. But
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for this. I love it, and I love the spirit. I love everything that you're doing, and I love everything that you're doing, keeping the tradition alive. And all I ask is that God protects you and guides you every day in this beautiful journey that you have picked,
Thank you.
and that He illuminates it each and every
you.
day.
That's what every day, I always say, before leaving the house, Lord, you up front and me behind you.
Amen.
And that is so important.
Amen. Amen.
So important, because there's nothing bigger than His force, His love, everything. And if we betrayed Him with the faith, I think that is the worst a human being can do. So He's our.
But you're walking the path. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, and you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Que Dios te bendiga.
Thank you. God
Thank
bless
you, Miami. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed this podcast with this wonderful woman, this entrepreneur that's making a difference in our community, not only by bringing a beautiful product, but sharing her traditions and her faith to her community and helping so many other people. Keep dreaming, guys. Keep hope alive, because without hope, we cannot have our dreams come true.
Amen.